The Crooked Epic, 1, The Inn of Maniacal Madness, 8, Alex, The Boat, 8B, 3. Eventually, Alex saw the bridge as he approached a large river. The waterfall was to his left on the road he had taken out of the city center, and the bridge was arched over the ravine which dropped between the two sides of the river and stretched outward from the falling waters into the sea. The falls were 600 feet high and the water was tremendously massive. The river came over the top of the cliff over 200 feet wide but was deep in the middle, and the water roared over the edge, almost splashing onto the bridge. It would have seemed like a tourist attraction was Gob, not merely a type of military outpost for Hob. There were 3 bridges in the vicinity of the waterfall, including the train bridge, much further upstream, and the automobile bridge was 4 lanes wide. The long, wooden, arching footbridge Alex walked to was unguarded. While he walked to the beginning of the unsteady architecture, he began to get highly nervous about his safety. As he stared down off the jagged, rocky edge of the dangerous face of a hanging cliff, he mentally measured the enormous heights, wondering what would happen when he threw the wand to enrage the colossal water monster. Alex began to walk across the bridge delicately. As he felt the sturdy strength of the boards beneath him, he quickened pace before any of the guards or sentry could spot him. When he had made it halfway, he grabbed his pillowcase and withdrew the wand. Then, while blinking back tears of desperation and despair at his total plight, he tossed the wand off the bridge and watched it in overwhelming disbelief as a humongous wave rose from the water below. The mammoth, man-shaped water monster grew and consumed the wand and began tearing apart the ravine's sides. Rocks and boulders were falling through to the bottom, crashing into the pool and breaking against the ground and riverbed. In chaos, the water monster blew away the bridge and Alex fell through, spraying mist and splashing water, mud, and debris walls. Somehow, he dropped onto a lost piece of the bridge, but was gasping for breath from the powerful pressures in landing. In and out of concussion consciousness, Alex floated on the piece of wreckage until he was far out into the sea, and floating still until he drifted onto a shoreline. When he awoke again, it was past midnight, and he had miraculously landed along a low shoreline and rolled over onto his back. Moments went by, and he became paranoid of leeches, so he forced himself to stand up. There were no immediate signs of bites or bruise marks on his hands, arms, nor legs, and after he rubbed the top of his head and in his hair to check, he decided he was okay. Still trembling from shock and trauma, Alex walked away south from the sea to find a place to camp out of view, much deeper in the forest. Finally, he stopped walking straight from the seaside and put down his pillowcase. Then he began collecting tinder and sticks to make a fire to dry his clothes and sleep next to. He did not care if people in Gob noticed his smoke. He only hoped to heat up, eat some of the food he had stolen, and let the fire die out before he fell asleep until the morning.